Alright guys, this is Darren from Madfoot Sim Racing. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. And we're in the startup screen at DCS World, and you can see we got like a nice shot of a F-18 here, looking like it's going to land on maybe a carrier here because there's a lot of water there. And we're just going to do a little quick thing here on how to start creating a fast mission here. Not the instant action, but we want to create a fast mission, which is kind of similar. And we're just click on create a fast mission. You can select a plane, country, USA, and then start from airborne, which is usually just the easiest. That way you don't have to worry about taking off or starting up the plane, which can be complicated. We'll see that in another video. And then enemy skill average. We're just starting off with that says theater of war, which is essentially the map, which is we're just going to do the caucus because everybody starts off with that map. Summer, clear, and then time is just noon, 12 o'clock. And don't just hit fly, go to advanced mode here, this button, click on that, and then what I like to do is I put the enemies at minimum. This is just to check stuff out, and then I do that on fighter planes. Don't put any attack planes for red or blue. And then on my on the blue planes, on the blue coalition, I do that as minimum. Make sure the aircraft over here, all the way to the left, is also, make sure that is on the F-18 also. This will all still be the same thing as what you selected in the previous menu. Wingman, that is 1, and that usually starts off as the same plane as what you are. So if you're an F-18, they will also be an F-18. These are all the start points that it'll give you, and then you don't have to choose this because it'll choose it randomly, or if you would like, you could see how it's selected red right there where I put the pointer over it for my mouse. So we'll just say, okay, yeah, we want to start inland a little bit, but not right on the coast. So we'll click that one. And you say generate mission, and it will generate it randomly. And you see it's taken probably like 10 seconds or something like that. And then boom. And then you can scroll down and it says title fast mission, because it's just something that's going to happen. And then it gives you all this information here, and it says, oh, okay, yeah, here you go. And it tells you what you're armed with. Allies in flight, even though you chose like minimum, you have 8 F-16s. Okay. Known threat, MiG-29, 4 MiG-29s. Weather tells you this. This is all like, I believe it's in Celsius. So I mean, because it's in summer, so that would be like probably like 80 or 90 degrees Fahrenheit, if that's. And then you go to edit mission. You don't go generate mission, because then it'll start it all over again. Just go to edit mission, and then you see what's going on. This is on the map. You can use the wheel on your mouse to scroll in and out and see it's right about where we wanted to start it. You go up in the upper left corner of your map and you go edit, and you go center on player, and this will give you all the information about your player, which would be your player's plane. F-18 right here says type F-18, skill, player. If you click on that, you can do all this. Rookie, trained, this is a skill level, veteran, ace, random. client, that would be for multiplayer. When you're online, it lets somebody else use the plane, or player. So we'll just select player because that's what we want. Pilot, you can type in something else, but we're not even going to go to where we are actually playing it because this is just something that I'm showing you. Go down here to where you see all this nice rainbow of colors here. And the first one is the route, which is this nice white line here. We want to go to the second one, and it says payload when you highlight it, when you rest the mouse over it. And it'll say payload. And click on payload. And there's your F-18. And then right over here on the left column, you see this one that's blue highlighted. That shows you what is in your payload. All the stuff that's here are different armaments on your payload. If you go to the empty, all of a sudden you don't have anything on there and you're like, oh my goodness. So what we're going to do, and then paint scheme, we're going to change the paint scheme right now. You got all these different paint schemes that they have. I mean, they even give you the Blue Angels. How about that? I mean, that is, it looks pretty sharp, you know. And the Blue Angel. Who wants to mess with the Blue Angels, right? Yeah. So, but I have made my own, the Madfoot F-18, and that's the one that we'll use for this nice video. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to create a new payload, and we'll name it. It lets you name the new payload, and I'll just say Madfoot Sim Racing MFSR tutorial oops, I can't type very well right now. Payload. And then I just type OK. And then it puts it down on the bottom here as Madfoot Sim Racing tutorial payload. And then these are all the different items on the different pylons that it lets you put on your plane or jet, or however you want to say, aircraft, whatever you want to call it. I like to start from the middle, which is usually, you could try and count them or whatever, but I know that it's here or whatever. So I'll go, and then if you right click, then it bombs, fuel tanks, pods, you know. I'll give myself like a targeting pod, you know, or something like that. Or, you know, you can actually remove the pylon if you want, so you don't have anything there, but I'll give myself like a little targeting pod there, so I know I can see stuff on the ground. And then on each side of the targeting pod, it says air-to-air missiles. I don't know. I don't think I need that. You know, it's like, no, I don't think I need anything. Do I need more air-to-air missiles? I don't have any air-to-air missiles right now. I'll give myself a couple sparrows there, you know, some semi-active. And I'll do one of those on each side, the sparrows. So there we go, I got a couple of those things there. Those semi-active, and then on the next, this air to ground, yeah. Or bombs. We'll give ourselves a couple bombs just in case we need to do like a little, give ourselves some laser guided, 1,000-pound laser guided bombs. Boom. We'll do one of those on each side just in case we're gonna like really hit something hard. So where was that? 1,000-pound laser guided bomb. So yeah, okay. And we've got 2 spots on each side left. We're gonna do some we'll do let's see here. Got some AMRAAMs. We'll do those on each side. The AMRAAMs, 2x. Let's see, where are those? The AMRAAMs, those are active radar. So those actually, if we shoot those off, the AMRAAMs, and somebody flies in front of us, those will actually go after like a friendly even. So we gotta be careful with those. And then on the wingtips, we're just gonna do the good old sidewinders there, the infrared. Yep. And then since this is the one that is highlighted, this is the one that it puts on our payload. And there we go. We've got like all this stuff loaded on our plane. And if we select something else, like if we go back to empty, it takes all that stuff off. We can choose any of the other ones and whatnot. And it gives you everything else. So, I mean, this is good. Where's this one here in the middle that they got? They got the same thing that we got in the middle there. So that's good. It was a good choice for us. All right. So, and there you go. And next thing you know, we are ready to fly. And then you can go back to the map and you've got that, and there you go. I mean, you're set. It's better to know what you have as an opponent on your map. You can go and choose like this guy here, and then you choose the payload, and you can see, you go, oh my gosh, well, there's that MiG-29. What's he got? Well, I don't necessarily want that enemy to have that many missiles. So you can go like this and go new, and then you go, you just go like this and you go MiG-29, and then you go lesser baddie, and you just go like that, and you go boom, and then you go, well, you know, we'll give him the fuel tank, so he can come after us. But then you go, well, we'll give him the infrared air missiles on his wingtips. Well, I guess he doesn't have stuff on his wingtips, but he has those. And then we'll just remove the pylons here like this. And then there you go. That's something. So he has 2 infrared missiles. And then you look over here on his guns, and he has, all the way on the right side, he has 100% of his gun ammunition, which there's his gun right there. If you look on the center of the screen, I'm kind of looking, I've got my mouse going over it. So yeah. All his buddies, though, we haven't gone through all of his buddies. His buddies are still at full payload, but there's one of them out there that has the MiG-29 lesser baddie loadout. Because, you know, trying to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. That's just something you do when you want to make sure that you have a good loadout, and maybe the other guys, if you're just learning how to fly, you don't want them sitting there flying around shooting you out of the sky every chance, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, this game isn't as much fun as I thought it was going to be. Well, it's a really neat game, simulator, however you want to put it. Just make sure you're able to do what you want to do, and the other guys aren't sitting there taking advantage of you all the time, even though they're, the computer, the AI. And then eventually you can go here and just go, hey, well, you know what? Now we'll give them a couple more, couple more missiles or something like that, or whatever. You just add stuff on as you get better, and then next thing you know, he's at full tilt, and you're still shooting him down. You just, as your skill gets better, the enemies get better, and then you can change the skill from rookie to trained to veteran to ace, and next thing you know, you're up there dogfighting with the best of them. There you go. And we'll see you guys in the next one. And I hope this was helpful. So, Madfoot Sim Racing, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. And we'll see you up in the skies, and hopefully they're clear of all the baddies. Enjoy it.